Looks like we got a new friend!
Oh, hi everyone, and welcome to this week's stream of Ryutama, featuring all of these wonderful people that we will get to know very, very shortly. First of all, let's go through our regular links and things. First of all, our social links are here. If you're not already, go and be a part of our Discord group. It's an inclusive, safe place where you can learn to play TTRPGs like this one and many others, including popular D&D. Send me a tweet on Twitter. Send me a DM on Twitter, and I'll get you into a game. Simple as that. And if you want to catch up with this and all the other seasons, head over to the YouTube, which is now all pretty and sparkly. And someone tagged me in a tweet earlier saying I was a YouTube content creator, and I felt like I'd made it. What else have we got? We are full-time. Thank you so much for all of your help with our wonderful contributions. You guys are helping us hit our monthly cost goal month after month. It's amazing. I don't have words for it. It still wows me. I never expect to hit it. You guys shock me every month. You're amazing. Head over to our Patreon as well. That's another way you can support us. From as little as $1, you can get your hands on some exclusive stuff like sound files and art. But you should also head over there if you don't want to subscribe, because there's free stuff too. We have articles over there about TTRPGs, including all sorts of things. What else we've got? We've got merchandise, which you will see this weekend at MCM Comic Con, where me and Alice will be out in force, mainly drinking pints and rolling dice with people. That's our plan mostly. I think at some point we're going to go to a pub. That's our plan. What else have we got? We've got sponsors in the form of Bird in the Storm Publishing. They'll be bringing content to us in the new year, and also Mage Hand Press, who are on the first episode of today with their Dark Matter D&D 5e Space Reskin. You can find the free 30-page review and the pre-order material in the links if that is something that interests you. Apart from that, we no longer have a competition because someone won it. Arcanist, it is on the way to you. Apparently it's about 2 or 3 weeks to Canada, so congratulations, Arcanist. Your rainbow dice will be with you shortly. And last but most certainly not least, here is our tweet command. Every 10 retweets, we get a Wild Magic Surge. Jess, over to you. Over to Jess in the studio.
All right. Yes. We're back for another week of Japanese-style murder hobos roam around the world, finding villages and good food and whacking bandits and whatever else they choose to smack around. It's anime. It's what we're doing. And everybody's piling in to enable my hot villain problem. Thank you, everyone.
Well, yes, of course.
Yes, it's such a problem. I don't have a problem. I have a collection. So, if you are unfamiliar with Ryutama, it is a Japanese tabletop RPG by Atsuhiro Okada, translated into English by Kotodama Heavy Industries, who I believe are also responsible for Tenra Bansho Zero, another Japanese TTRPG. Ryutama is normally a feel-good, happy, like, Hayao Miyazaki's Oregon Trail is the tagline that's often used to describe it. This is not really that. This is more like, I don't know. It's like a little Rurouni Kenshin, a little, I don't know, like Inuyasha. I don't know. What do you guys think? What are we angling at here? Sound about right?
Yeah. Meets
some other shonen anime, probably.
Yeah, I get a lot of like Final Fantasy VII meets, you know.
Yeah.
I don't know. Yeah, something else.
Yeah, that works.
We also have a quick donation for you, Jess.
Oh.
Drake Iceheart's getting in early. The lovely and talented professor feels a wave of dread overcome her as she's filled with the power of nat ones. He donates for 5.
Okay.
Oh.
Listen, do you... Like, they don't really need those to win. You could just give them nat 20s.
Yes,
You
but it's
say
so
that,
much
but
fun
we
when
panic
Jess is about
so
to say
much.
something, we yell, "Not one, not one!"
And then the bad guy runs away.
Yeah, basically. That's just what it's going to turn it into again. Which is totally fine. So, in this campaign, the GM also has a character called the Ryujin. We are playing the Black Ryujin campaign, which means this world is full of death and betrayal and all things dark. So yeah, that's fun. I think that covers all that stuff. So, Scrat, who are you playing tonight?
I am playing Hatana Nakumi. She is the fightiest fight of the fight. She is really, really smart. But also really, really Yenkai. So, yeah, you know, like, she could probably tell you pie to, like, some syllables or something. But instead, she'll spray paint it.
She just goes and spray paints pie all over everything.
She just spray paints the golden ratio on things.
You know, live your best life, Ikumi. Going down the line, Kent is not with us this week. He is away. We will probably be silently controlling his character while he's away, just for convenience purposes. But we do have Sheena here. Who are you playing?
Hi, I am playing Nakahara Kazumi, who is somehow the mom friend, even though she's the second youngest person in the party. Mostly the one that apologizes for everyone and just kind of silently ushers them out of the room.
Yeah, yeah. She's definitely the mom friend of the group. I think.
Yeah.
One of them. Sometimes it's Etsuko. Speaking of Etsuko, tell us about who you're playing, Anna.
Hello. So my name is Anna, and I'm going to be playing Etsuko. She is this sweet, straw weapon maker. She's a weapon maker. And, she's just hanging out. Wants to eat all the food, just like the rest of the party. And that's it. That's really her in a nutshell. And she's good at throwing rocks.
Yes, and other objects sometimes, I think.
Hashtag not a barbarian.
Yeah, not a barbarian.
Hashtag not a barbarian. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And we totally don't spend what objects are around thinking of things that Etsuko can throw.
What can she throw this time?
All right. I think that covers our introduction. So shall we get on into what happened last week? A lot happened last week, I feel like. Let's see. So you guys, you had a fight, for one thing, kind of. So last week you all confronted the spider demon, because I'm not going to try and make everybody remember the proper name. Ogamo, big scary sorcerer, in the ruins of Kazumi's old hometown, Yamanatsu, which he was responsible for destroying approximately 900 years ago. He's the jerk. You also all discovered a sacred relic, a fan, that belonged to an old friend of yours that you haven't seen since you were all sealed up. When you had it and touched it, it transported you, or seemed to transport you all back in time briefly, to a moment where you were with the boy, Miharu, a priest, and you all got that memory back and realized you were in fact missing one of your group. You don't know what's happened to him, but you have his fan, and it kind of seems to radiate the purity of his spirit, so you have some hope. Then you moved on toward the village of Yayoi, as you originally intended, and you met a woman named Iroha running a fried tofu cart. Ikumi tried to bargain for a cheaper meal, and it turned into a nice little gambling match with Iroha. And I do believe Ikumi won that match. I think she did.
Yeah, because she gave me her dice.
Uh-huh. Yeah, she won that match, and so Iroha gave you her dice and the dice bowl.
I thought she won. Or no, she didn't win, sorry.
Maybe. I don't know, I'd have to double check my notes.
I might be wrong, I don't know.
No, Ikumi did win.
Oh, okay.
She won 2 out of 3.
But she gave her the dice because it was a good game or something.
Yeah, because she had fun.
Yeah. I remember now.
And Arashi actually happened to notice that she was in fact a kitsune. So she just vowed for you all to keep that a little secret, and then she went on her way after getting some news from you about what was going on in Kisaragi and Mutsuki, where you had originally come from. And then you hung out in town a little bit for the evening. You found essentially a hostel, the only place to stay in the town. And the proprietor, Matsu, told you that she had one other guest, whom she was referring to as Hachimaki, because he had a headband of some kind. And
Headband of some kind?
And while you were all waiting, Etsuko and Ikumi had a little bit of a sparring match, which set the town on edge just a tiny bit, because that was a little strange. People rolling into town and then having a fight doesn't really happen in their sleepy rice farming village every day, but so be it. Ikumi won that match because Etsuko was was not doing well using a sword. Not her forte. And then after that, you all kind of settled in and went inside.
Mhm.
Except for Ikumi, who was hoping that little fight would draw out Hachimaki-san. And indeed it did. However, as it turns out, the stranger that was staying at the inn was none other than Ibaraki, a fellow you haven't seen since episode 1. You don't know why he's here necessarily, but he is in fact here. And yeah, Ikumi decided to invite him to dinner, and that's where we're gonna pick up, I think. Do you have did I give you access to the portrait of Ibaraki, Scrat? I think you guys.
I think so.
Boop.
There he is.
There's our boy. So. Yeah, that guy.
That guy.
So, we are going to pick up inside the inn. Etsuko, Kazumi, and Arashi you're all sitting down to finish your dessert, to have dessert at this point. Matsu called you in for dessert, some matcha ice cream type stuff. And Ikumi lagged behind. You don't see her until a moment later. You see her walk in, and behind her is a slightly taller, duskier figure with wild white hair that you definitely recognize almost immediately.
What?
Hi.
This is Ichi Hachimaki.
Oh, what?
Hey, look, I'm not here for a fight. Besides, I was here first.
You go around saying you're Ichi Hachimaki, you are automatically asking for a fight. That is an option for anyone to challenge you at any time, anywhere.
Okay, cool, but could we eat dessert first?
Yes.
Good.
Priorities in
down.
order. Dessert,
Yeah.
then fight.
Yeah, he goes and sits down and immediately just starts shoveling ice cream into his face.
Yeah, I look at him with suspicion while I slowly eat my ice cream, just like, what's he planning?
Okay.
But I don't say anything. Not yet.
Yeah, he's just like watching you, like, okay.
Can we all just do that? Can we all just do
There's a very long period of awkward silence that has poor Matsu a little on edge as she's watching all of you, like, so, do you know each other?
You could say that, yeah.
Kind of.
Oh,
We didn't exactly part on good terms.
okay. Please don't fight inside my inn. And
Oh no, I wouldn't let them do that.
Ibaraki waves his hand. Don't worry, we'll take it outside the village, preferably.
I'm amenable to that, yes.
Don't you ever think about anything other than fighting?
Yes, food.
Food, yes.
Well, okay, but other than that,
Fighting some more.
Occasionally sleeping.
Sometimes Enma, a little bit.
Yeah.
Oh, right.
What
Yeah,
do you
that's-
know about Enma?
Big bad thing? Why? But look, I came here for the sake. Have you tried it? It's literally the best there is for miles.
Are you gonna buy us some?
Do you want some? Are you old enough to have some? You're small.
Of course I am. Old enough to have some. And I know I'm small. My height is deceiving.
And now he's looking at you suspiciously. Yeah, okay. Matsu-san, sake? Just bring a whole jug. And he tosses her some coins.
That's how we get free alcohol.
She comes back with a jug of sake that she's freshly opening right there at the table, and sets out saucers for each of you. Ibaraki pours and hands it around to all of you.
I guess being closest, I'll pour for Ibaraki.
Sure. Thanks. Goes down nice and smooth.
I can't.
He does not seem the least bit worried about any of you. But after that initial giant sip, he slows down for the rest of it.
So, why are you here?
Aside from the sake.
Pretty much just that. Punching some guys outside around town to make sure they don't get in town. Taking what
Kind
they
of
got.
guys.
The bad kind?
And then
Meanwhile, outside, an angry cat meows loudly.
Even the cats distrust you.
You know, look, sometimes you have to make a living and sometimes you don't do the nicest of things for that, but you gotta eat, right?
Like,
Yeah, but you could do that without terrorizing a town.
and breaking the seals.
Off to the side, Matsu's like, terrorizing a town? Hachimaki-san? Could you maybe... Don't worry, it's just an inside joke. Right? Ikumi, as you basically lean up in his business with that face, he flicks you on the forehead. It actually hurts. He's real strong.
Fire behind the eyes for a moment. Like,
I sip my drink a little, angrily, Please don't put your hands on her.
Why? We're gonna fight later anyway. At least if she has her way. Look, do you just want the headband? Because I'll totally give it to you.
no. You have to earn the Ichi Hachimaki.
Fair.
The last person to carry it was Enma.
What makes you think Enma would have the freaking headband? Do you realize how dumb that sounds?
I turn back to the group for a minute and say, do I mention the 900 years thing?
I think we stopped mentioning that after, everyone started looking at us like we were crazy.
Azurashi passed out. He only had one cup.
Yeah.
Such a
He's
lightweight.
definitely drank too much sake.
Now he's probably not old enough for that.
Whoops. That's alright. He's loud anyway.
I get a couple of chopsticks, and I put them in Arashi's hair.
Oh no. Alright.
Yes,
Alright.
that's it.
Cute.
I like it.
By the way, the 900 years thing, he's dropped his voice a bit. But apparently he heard you. Yeah, I've had this thing for a while.
900 years. Wow.
I mean, if it had been missing for quite some time, I guess they would have made new ones.
Probably. Do you even know how that shit started?
No?
Figures. That's okay. It's probably not that important anyway.
It's quite important to me.
Why?
Just gonna take another sip of ice cream.
He's just patiently awaiting the answer.
I'll just push mine over towards Ikumi so she can have mine too to continue this.
Arigato gozaimasu. My father trained me to be Hachimachi.
Okay. Why?
Because it was all he ever did. He was samurai.
Fair, I guess. That was a weird proving grounds kind of a thing. The samurai gave it up years ago.
Oh,
They just split off and started forming schools. Besides, they weren't the ones to start that anyway.
you know who started it?
Hmm? Yeah, it was a kind of a see who's strongest enough to be in charge of the clan thing back in Kakuremori.
Which clan?
Mine?
I was never part of your clan.
Yeah, no, people kind of appropriated it, and it was a little weird. That's why I laughed at you the first time.
Ah.
But hey, if it means something to you, great.
Is there something I can do to get a read on him? Is he
Sure.
fucking with me? Is he fucking with me?
I don't know, is he?
I don't know. What, look at
Uh,
all the things I can roll. There's got to be something.
Let's see. I would say, there's not really like a insight check, I don't think. Let me see what you've got here.
Maybe like negotiation or perception or something?
Yeah, let's go with the same type of roll as negotiation, but it's basically going to be an insight. So int and spirit, because you're trying to discern if he's fucking with you.
Okay, I don't have any fumble points. This is fine.
Hmm.
Okay. He seems to be being pretty honest with you, actually. Near as you can tell. And you got this impression when you first encountered him. He doesn't seem like the crafty type. Honestly, he doesn't seem like he's smart enough to concoct a really good lie. Meanwhile, he's just tucking into his second bowl of ice cream with abandon.
I'm very much judging him eating ice cream and drinking at the same time.
Ikame's gonna go quiet and stop eating ice cream.
Okay. Hey, Red, you really could stop with the glaring. It's kind of creepy.
Good.
Okay. as it continues. Do you want more sake? It seems like you're almost through. Wild dogs run through the streets barking.
Bark, bark, bark.
My dogs are barking. Are we clear?
Nope.
Oh no.
I could also use more sake.
I've
Picked up my pace.
Oh no. Yeah, he pours more for you.
He's gonna lean over. Ikumi, maybe you should slow down if you're actually going to fight him.
Oh, I could fight blind drunk and still win. I'm the best.
Gonna be interesting to see that. Although, honestly, I'm not interested in fighting in the middle of the night. Could we do that in the morning?
I could use some time for meditation anyway.
Sure. Whatever you need to do before the big day. Hey, could I get a little more? He points to his empty cup.
Yeah, I pour again, like almost absently.
Thanks.
Ikame will start just automatically topping him up whenever he's empty.
Okay.
Cool, we've made an executive decision behind the scenes. We think having this many nat 1s on the DM is going to make combat boring. So we are going to redistribute the nat 1s equally amongst all of us. GM decisions for having a fun game still.
Woo!
I mean, you guys want to actually, like, fight against something that can do things, right?
Yeah.
That many nat 1s is at least 2 battles worth of stuff, so... we may, I need to think of some things, but we may tweak that reward into something that works for Ryutama a little better, I think.
Yeah.
Maybe you get more objects to put on the field or something, because that'll give you guys bonuses and stuff.
That's true. Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, we'll play with it. Keep donating though, guys!
Yes.
Your
Don't
support's
let
very
that stop.
appreciated!
No, don't apologize, Drake.
No, it's highly experimental, because it's less impactful, I think, in D&D than it is here. With the way the systems work, so... It's all good.
Yeah, you're still massively appreciated. Massively.
Heck yeah.
For sure. So, you guys carry on, glaring at each other over
Mean
dinner.
mugging while sipping sake.
Yeah, you're all mean mugging at Ibaraki, who doesn't seem the least bit concerned. He's weirded out mostly.
I'm probably gonna not be staring at him so much, but becoming more contemplative.
Sure. Yeah, and for his part, he's just finishing his drink, and as the night goes on, he's probably had enough sake you would think he should be under the table, and he seems fit as can be and alert.
I tried to keep up with him.
Tried. Okay. Do me a favor
Sure.
and roll strength and spirit? Yeah, strength and spirit seems...
Would that be a condition check or?
Yeah, basically. If you want to just one button it. Oh, baby girl, let's go.
Oh.
I think you are...
The hammered?
Wait. Yeah.
Okay, so
Super duper hammered.
so what Etsuko will do is she will continue the glare. What's English? I don't know.
She's not gonna know in a minute.
Yeah. Oh no. See, I'm getting in the mind space of her. And
Method.
and she's just gonna like keep glaring And as soon as he takes another one, she takes another one, and then so on and so forth. And then she's just gonna be like, you know, and then her head just slams on the table, and then she is out. And out. Like, probably same as Arashi.
Yeah, she's got like the nostril bubble
Yeah.
and all that going on.
Just gonna make
Well.
sure they're both like turned on their sides, hair out of the way.
I'm going to take out, I think, Ikumi needs to have some fun. She's going to take out one of her spray paints and just like put a little bit on her finger and just draw things on their faces. Nothing too offensive, just like noughts and crosses and, you know,
Sure,
Togepi style.
sure.
A good mustache.
Yeah,
Yeah, give Arashi
mustaches,
a nice mustache.
monocles, all that sort of stuff.
Excellent. She's got what, pink and yellow paint?
Yeah, I'm using pink.
Okay, nice.
Because I know it doesn't go with the red hair, and I know Arashi's probably going to hate it.
That works. Meanwhile, Kazumi's like making sure they're not half on the table, and
Yeah, she probably stopped drinking as soon as she saw Etsuko trying to like match him drink for drink. Like, oh lord.
yep. By that point, the next time Ibaraki goes to pour for either of you, well, that's one bottle down. You still up for more?
I don't know, I better check. I wasn't trying to keep up, but I'll make a condition check anyway.
Sure.
Oh, actually, saying that. Yeah. Oh, I'm gonna fail.
Oh no.
What's a pass?
I would say by this is probably like a 6 needs to pass.
Wow.
Hmm.
Because we know strength is definitely all of our great stat. Yeah, we all put dice in strength.
Y'all are so strong.
No, I'm not strong at all. I am the opposite
The
of
only
strong.
one who was already passed out.
Yeah.
This party is the negative of strong.
Okay.
The thing is, that's about half as good as I get.
Okay. Yeah, you're probably feeling it.
Yeah, I think that's enough for me. Thank you.
Sure.
She's not out, but she's like,
You're probably seeing either more of him than you should or less of him than you should.
phrasing, but yes.
More of him than we should.
Hey.
Tell us more.
God
He's not
damn
that
it, Jess,
drunk
you're
yet.
addicted.
Clearly, he's not drunk enough for that yet. Right. Well, good night. Don't shank me in my sleep or anything, alright?
That would be dishonorable. Tell me, what does your clan do?
Try to stay the hell out of the way, mostly.
Huh.
Why?
No reason.
What does your clan do?
She just smiles and looks at the other girls. And Arashi.
Oh. This? Right.
Yeah.
Well, good night.
Good night.
And by this point, Matsu-san left and went to bed a long time ago because you guys were like drinking well into the night.
That like last look of please don't fight and get blood all over this place. Good night.
Yeah, basically she's like, oh, well, I'm going to bed now. Good night.
Drake makes another donation. I've
Oh,
messed
boy.
with everyone enough, I think, so just take my money, yeah? Oh, Drake,
Aw.
don't feel bad.
No, not at all.
We love you. Oh, I'm wearing a red jumper, that really works, except I can't do the hands. Anyway.
Close enough.
So he steps off to the
There you go. There you go. There you go.
next room behind a screen. And the two of you that are still awake, are left to your own devices for a little bit.
That was strange.
In our life of strange, that's strange.
But no, I mean, the whole headband thing.
I mean, it had to start somehow. I mean, but it started with his plan. And
Yeah.
wait, the place that he said that Takamori, right? Isn't that where Etsuko's from?
I would ask her, but she's...
I'm just gonna pat Etsuko's head.
It's just, I always thought it was like being the best carpenter in the world, or being the best sake maker, or not just being the best at some guy's gang.
I mean, it's... I guess what you do, it's easier to determine who's the best than the other things. I mean, the best carpenter, that's probably more subjective than... That's... No.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. It's... Yeah. I know what you mean. I mean... I don't know.
I thought it was similar to that, like someone working at a trade all their life to be the best they can be. I'm drunk.
It's okay. We should probably get some sleep. Maybe things will look better in the morning.
I'll try and carry Etsuko back, I guess. I must have weakened her, right? Like, she wouldn't normally get that drunk that quickly. She's just tired after the fight.
Yeah, I think she is tired. And I guess I'll gonna look at Arashi like, I guess I'll try to get him upstairs too.
So you guys, with a bit of effort, get the other two kids into bed and turn in for the night yourselves and have a decently restful sleep. So you can go ahead, if you've taken any damage or used an EMP, go ahead and restore yourselves to full. And then I would like you all to make a perception check for me.
Okay.
Nani?
Okay. You wake up in the middle of the night. You thought you heard something, like somebody moving around. But when you look, you don't really see anything that kind of sets you off. So you figure maybe it was Matsu just tending something. Could
Do we
have gotten
hear
up
it
in the middle of the night,
inside?
need a drink.
Do we
Yeah,
hear it
in the
inside
house.
the room?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Well, somewhere in the house you hear movement.
Oh, okay.
But it didn't seem like anything suspicious. It just sounded like somebody walking, and then you heard the door. That was it. So you go back to bed and wake up with the morning. So let's go ahead and get our condition checks out of the way.
Oh boy.
Oh boy.
Oh, jeez, Scoob.
I mean, I don't think anybody failed, but That was kind of low.
I think this is probably the second night in a row that Ikumi's just been sat thinking, meditating on the headband rather than actually sleeping. So she's like rested, but not really. We've already got big
Sure.
heavy bags under her eyes and everything, and
Sure. She needs a proper nap, not meditation.
yeah.
Etsuko, I assume you are maybe shaken off the effects of last night.
Oh yeah, definitely.
I will apologize in advance to Kent, and I will roll Arashi's, because everybody on the internet knows how great my rolls are.
Hey.
Oh, hey. Maybe you just need to roll for other people all the time.
He has no
Apparently-
hangover.
Say apparently when I proxy for someone, we're good. All right, he's feeling fine and dandy, but contemplative. That's why he's not talking. So you all head down to breakfast. It's a nice hearty breakfast with rice and egg and some pickled vegetables and sundry. And that darn cat is still outside meowing for whatever reason. You don't see Ibaraki around. He could still be in bed after drinking. You're not even sure how many cups of sake he had, to be honest.
Or that noise we heard was him slipping out. No, I'm
Or
joking.
maybe.
Could be.
But you're all getting yourself situated and eating. And
Yeah,
the
let's
day
go.
is more or less yours for the moment. Go ahead.
Yeah, Etsuko definitely asks for seconds because she needs to cure that whatever she has.
Yeah. So
But
yeah, Matsu is happily dishing up more to you because she's like, "Oh, of course, you definitely look like you could use a little more."
Yeah, that feeling good, but he was right. That was some very good sake. You guys must be so proud of making it here.
Well, it's one of the foremost things that we send out of the village. It keeps us supported.
Can I ask you something?
Of course.
I noticed yesterday that, and then she kind of looks around and like she doesn't want to be rude, so she like scoots in a little bit. That there aren't many children around. Is there a reason why?
She kind of looks a little nervous for a moment and fiddles with the folds of her kimono and her hair. Well, that is to say, there's been a number of kidnappings recently. We have children, they're nearly all gone. Oh, I didn't have any myself. It's just me. My husband passed away before we could get around to it, you know. But
Sorry to hear that.
oh, it's fine. It's been several years, but we have yet to find who's responsible, and I had some hope that perhaps Hachimaki-san might stay to help, but he hasn't found anything.
Well, do you know when they started?
It's been a month or two. One almost every other night, it seems like, despite everything we try. No signs of struggle. Just wake in the morning and they're gone.
Do you have an estimated count of how many there were? And how many are left?
They're a small village, so not many. Perhaps a dozen? 16? Just a handful of children.
You have no clues whatsoever.
No, it's like they simply vanish in the night. There's never been a sound. No one's heard any fighting or screaming or anything.
Now, this is gonna sound a little bit weird, but how many children are left, and where do they live?
Well,
I want to help.
well, Kitano-san's son Daisuke is a little older. He's 13, I think. He's still here. And Eiko-chan is still around. Her mother's extremely protective of her. So, well, I say protective. She keeps a tight leash on that girl, we'll say.
Not a literal one, right?
No. It's just that, she's... Children can be wild, so she's very stern with her. You kind of get a sense the way she's very carefully choosing her words. She's trying to dance around something that's probably a bit less pleasant.
Yeah. When she says wild, I look over to I nod and I look over at Ikumi yes.
Ikumi's writing.
Writing letters to someone, perhaps. Yeah, so Ikumi, you're there writing your letters. Arashi steps outside for a bit to go train with Hisame and Tsurara. And so he's out on his own for a little bit. Eiko and her mother just live a couple of houses down, and Kitano-san is just across the street if you wanted to speak with them.
Yes. And one last question.
Yes.
Are all the children about the same age?
Well,
Have been kidnapped?
I mean, as I said, Daisuke is probably the oldest. Most of the rest are 10, thereabouts, not quite. Eiko is one of the youngest ones, I think.
Okay. Well, we'll get to the bottom of this, I promise.
Oh, we would be deeply grateful. Listen, there's not much I can offer, but if you manage to solve this, please don't even worry about paying for your stay. I'm happy to host you.
Does that mean more sake?
Of course. We have plenty of that to go around.
Okay, I will let the rest of my group know. She closes a little notebook that she had when she was writing everything down.
Yep.
I just found something crazy. I look at everybody.
What'd you find?
There were kidnappings here. That's why there aren't a lot of kids. Mm-hmm.
Kidnappings, they're just gone?
Yes, according to our beautiful host, it seems like they vanish at night. And it's happened for about a month. So we need to find them. There's 2 more children left. So I think we should go talk to their parents.
Maybe also talk to one of the parents whose child has gone missing, just to kind of get an idea.
That is a pretty good idea.
But let's talk to the 2 that are still here.
Mm-hmm. Ikumi, are you done writing?
She's just drying off her pen and sort of pouring sand on the... It's not calligraphy or anything, but it's quite neat,
Sure. Yeah, you're tidying up the letter and getting it ready to fold up and to send. And as you're all doing that, Matsu comes around and starts clearing the table. Did you want any more tea before you go? Set out for the day?
I'm okay. Thank you.
Good. Of course. She takes the tray of dishes away over to the kitchen. So, you going to go and interview some parents?
I think so.
Okay. So you know, Kitano-san has his son, Daisuke.
Yep.
And Eiko's mother, who you did not get a name for, but you know where she lives, also still has her very young daughter. And you know both, you know both locations. So, where would you
Looks
like to
we
go
got a
first?
new friend.
Probably with the boy.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So you head off across the street. We have a raid.
Welcome, Party RPG raiding in.
Yeah!
Welcome.
Arigato.
Arigato.
So, yeah, you all head across the street, and before you even get over there, you actually notice it looks like several of the neighbors are congregated in front of what you believe to be Kitano's house. And everybody's kind of talking in hushed, worried voices and upset, and you can hear a man sounding quite upset. He was just here last night. I checked on him late at night and he's gone. And they're just kind of trying to calm him down. Kitano-san, please, it's probably that fool boy ran off. I'm sure of it. You don't think it's one of the, you know? And he's having none of it and is very upset. But you get the impression that perhaps Daisuke is now missing.
Mm-hmm. As they're talking, I look to one, then another, and to one, then another. And as soon as they kind of calm down a little bit, I think Etsuko's gonna jump in.
Okay.
Just
So yeah, they're kind of like their verbal sparring has come to a standstill. The other man is trying to calm Kitano down, and he's like literally grabbed him by the shoulders and it's like, Kitano-san, we will sort this out. Excuse me. So sorry. You were one of those fighters from last night?
yes, and
Hi-yo.
I'm also a person. We're all actually really good at solving mysteries. I look around to my group, right? And we want to help you guys.
Kitano looks at you and just kind of scratches the scruff of his beard. He looks like a farmer. He's pretty ragged for the most part, real sun-weathered face.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty threadbare garb. Little underfed probably. Older man, and he's just like, there's no mystery to solve. My son ran away. Ingrate.
Well, did you always talk to him like that?
The lazy boy didn't want to do any work. What was I supposed to do? Besides, it's none of your business.
I mean, I am just trying to help. And she looks around nervously, like somebody else jump
The
in.
the other neighbors kind of gather about him and are sort of reinforcing, like, Kitano-san, are you sure? You don't think? And the one neighbor who had been holding him just turns to you and is like, please don't let that color your perception.
No, he's
Sorry.
upset.
Yes, he's upset. He cares very much for his son. Any case, was there something you needed Kitano-san or Daisuke-kun for?
Well, I heard about what's been happening. And we kind of just want to help.
Ah, right. Well, my daughter was taken a week ago.
Oh my goodness.
If you're of a mind to help, I can tell you what I know. Which admittedly is next to nothing.
Well, anything will help.
So, we went to bed that night, same as normal. My daughter, I put her to bed. She's only 9. And told her good night. We had an early start in the morning. Everybody helps in the field, even the young ones. And we were going to get up early and go out and tend the rice fields. She seemed excited. She's usually quite excited about that. And woke in the morning, and it looked as though she had just gotten up out of bed in the dead of night and walked off.
Did you hear anything? I mean, did it sound like there was anyone in your home, or?
Not a thing. We work hard, days, hours. We're very tired by the time the day is done. We sleep quite deeply. I didn't wake. My wife didn't wake. My wife is sick with worry.
Were there any footprints at all?
None that I could see.
As I
Go
pet,
away,
as I
little
like
cat.
crouch down and I start petting the cat.
The cat seems really agitated for some reason.
Was she your favorite kitty cat? Is that why you're agitated?
Poor kitty.
It kind of starts weaving around your legs.
So no footprints. Interesting.
Nothing that we could see. We've searched the fields. There's no sign. It's like she was just carried off.
And how long ago was this?
You said a week, right?
Oh,
Yes, from my daughter a week. One seems to go missing almost every other day. Or that's going to be the case, I suppose. Or just one more night now.
have you cleaned around the room?
No. Why? Why would we?
Can we just check it out? Maybe we could find some clues or something. I would ask this very kind person as I gesture to the man that was kind of raging. But I don't want to overstep any boundaries.
Of course. Our house is just that one there, and he points next door.
Mm-hmm.
You're free to come in, but just whatever you do so quietly. My wife is she's taken ill from the worry, I think.
Of course.
And he'll walk with you and let you inside the house quietly. Any like light, any windows that let in light have been covered with cloth and such to keep it a little bit dark. But here you are. That's her futon there in the corner. From what you can see at a glance, it pretty much just looks like it got, folded down, like someone got up out of it.
Can I investigate this?
Yeah. Do a perception check.
Sure. Can I use my nat 20?
Yeah.
Okay, I will use a nat 20.
Okay, so you get a critical success.
Yes.
So you look around, careful not to touch anything. The cat has apparently followed you into the house.
Yeah, I carry it, and I start petting it.
Shh, kitty, shh.
I wish. And as you're looking around, you don't detect anything really amiss. It really does look like either she got up or, someone took her up out of bed and walked away. There's no signs of anything that would indicate a struggle, no signs of anything like some sort of coercion or magic was used. The cat seems perturbed, but you're not sure why.
Kitty, is there something you're trying to tell us? Can you speak with animals? As I look to Kazumi.
Not that I know of. Meow.
I like hold it up.
Yeah.
Look at its face.
It's a very cute little, like, two-toned white and orange bobtail cat.
Don't think it worked.
Do you set it down at all?
I carry it for a little bit longer. And then when it meows again, I will set it down.
Okay. You watch and it bolts out of the house. If you go to follow it, you can actually see it running off across the street toward the inn.
Yeah, okay. Does it go inside of the inn?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if we should follow this cat or not. I will take a note that it went to the inn.
Okay.
Okay, it doesn't seem like there was anything happening.
Whatever ever happened, she either went willingly or was taken out of here without a fight.
That is strange. We can't necessarily look for footprints outside because lots of people have been passing by.
Yeah. Well,
We could go with that other guy.
what, the one who just lost his son?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know that he's going to talk to us. He seems pretty convinced that his son ran off.
This is true.
So you've come outside by this point, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because you saw the inn. As you're walking, the folks that were out in front of Kitano's house have kind of dispersed by this point, and a very small girl runs right up to you, Etsuko. She's very cute. She has her hair cut in a little bob, and a sort of brightly colored kimono. It's not fancy, but bright enough. And she trots up to you. And she gives you a long, serious look for a few minutes.
Hi,
Hi.
are you Michan?
I look at her. Maybe.
Really?
No.
Oh. So you're not gonna go away with us?
Go away with you?
Uh-huh. Nichan said he would take us away somewhere nice. Shh. Don't tell them. Mom doesn't need to know.
When did it say that?
He said after Daisuke-kun goes, it's my turn.
Did he tell you this in the daytime?
He said last night. Because I woke up and I saw him taking Daisuke away.
Do you know where?
Uh-uh. I went back to bed. But he promised he'd come back for me.
Do you know around what time?
And she looks up at the sky and kind of points.
When the moon is right there.
And what did he tell you about this place?
That it's a pretty forest, and it's really nice, and there are no people that try to make you work when you don't want to.
Does sound like...
Have you seen him before last night?
Uh-huh. Oh, but I'm not supposed to tell anyone about him.
That's okay. We're not going to tell.
Oh no!
I might
But
join
he
him.
might not take me.
I mean, that sounds like a pretty cool place. I wouldn't want to work.
He said it's Kaku more.
Looks like we got a new friend.
Thanks for the raid, Rhythmic High! All the raids tonight, you guys. Sorry, carry
So
on.
much raiding!
You get a raid, you get a raid, everybody gets a raid.
Right.
You're
Yay! Celebratory fan.
You mean...
And as she's talking to you, go ahead.
Oh, no, go for it.
You see her mother start to arrive, or who you presume is her mother. She's a woman, probably in her 30s or so. She marches up and she grabs the girl by the arm and is like, "What are you doing? You can't. I told you not to talk to those strangers. Come on, we've got work to do." And she's like,
Sorry. Okay, Mom.
You don't need to be so rough.
"Excuse me."
You're excused.
It can be like jumps sort of between them and the mum, just like, nothing's going on here, everything's fine. Well, no, nice to meet you. How are you? You know, like, possibly with fans if possible, covering their faces.
God. So her mother kind of starts to take her away, and then you see her shove a pretty large and heavy basket into the girl's arms and is like, "Get back to work, you little monster." And they walk
Looks like
away.
we got a new friend.
That mom is mean.
Mhm.
That mom isn't much of a mom.
Dad was pretty mean too.
If all these parents treated their children like this, no wonder they are running off with whatever this is.
And everybody go ahead and make a perception check for me. Okay. Whew. Nice. Okay. Kazumi, you've been traveling with these folks for a while. You know exactly what Etsuko is capable of, despite her diminutive size. You just watched this woman shove a basket that was like almost 3 times the girl's size at her, and the little girl did not buckle. That strikes me as strange, but familiar. And same for you, Ikumi. You know Etsuko is way stronger than she looks. This girl appears to be way stronger than her size would let on. Etsuko, you're just more concerned with the fact that that is a mean mom.
Yeah, like, I am visibly angry. Like, I want to go tell her something, but part of me knows that it's not my place. And part of me...
They've kind of disappeared out toward the edge of the village by this time, headed to the fields and such.
Etsuko?
Mm-hmm.
Where you're from, was everyone as strong as you?
Then, yeah, we kind of have to be, or else we wouldn't be the super cool, she takes out her axe, super cool people that make pretty things. And she, like, waves around her axe. Puts it back. But come to think of it... What's that?
Because I know if I was trying to hold on to that basket, I would have dropped it immediately and probably fallen over.
I guess I didn't really notice that.
Yeah, it didn't really register to you, Etsuko, because, like, looked like a basket to you. You
Yeah.
probably would have lifted that no problem.
Come to think of it, I think the thing that's taking people away might be from my hometown.
Etsuko,
Oh, go ahead.
I have a question, and this might be a little bit out of the boundaries for our current relationship, but hey, who knows? Maybe you'll appreciate it. You know, what I'm saying is you don't have to answer if you don't want to, but the question is, was your mum mean to you?
And she thinks about this, and the memory of her mom is a little bit fuzzy at the moment. And she's like, For the most part, I remember her like a pretty sweet woman,
Uh-huh.
but not anything like that hideous mom.
Okay. For a second, I thought maybe it was something about where you came from, that everyone was really strong, but also the parents were really mean, and I was like, oh. I mean, I was gonna give you a hug if you said that yes, you was mean. If you want a hug anyway, I can give you a hug anyway.
I mean, we could save the hug for later,
Okay.
when I really need it. Should we go explore? a little bit?
Hang on a minute, Etsuko. Come here. I'm gonna take a rag from my pocket and start wiping the monocle and stuff off her face.
Yeah.
What are you doing?
When you were drunk
Is
last
there
night, we drew on
something
your
like
face. I'm
it?
sorry.
Whoa, we!
You both draw my face?
Well, mostly me.
Just shaking my head and pointing at Ikumi like, no, it's all Ikumi.
But I
The
didn't single
Escus
you out.
stands there like,
I did Arashi too.
Yeah, he did Arashi.
He's out there somewhere in the wilderness training right now with doodles on his face and has no idea.
A really awesome mustache drawn on.
maybe that's why the guy didn't take me seriously.
I really should have thought about it before we left the hotel. I'm sorry. Forgive me.
So
Fine.
the rest of the day is reasonably quiet. You do notice though, when you pop back into the inn for lunch, because Matsu-san calls you all in when she sees you pass by, gives you some good rice balls. Quick lunch and some tea. Ibaraki's nowhere to be found.
Huh.
But Matsu doesn't seem concerned about it. She did tell you before that Hachimaki-san has a tendency to come and go, but usually turns up again by nightfall to crash at the place.
I think what we should do today or tonight is stay up and maybe look at to see who is taking these kids.
Well, our hostess also said that Hachimaki-san was also looking into this. Maybe he knows something. I mean, it couldn't hurt to ask.
This is true.
That's not going to be for a while, though. I mean, she said he usually turns up around nightfall.
What if he's the one stealing all the kids? I did hear something suspicious last night. I didn't really think anything of it. Maybe it would make sense why he's not here this morning.
When did you hear?
It was late at night, but don't remember. I was really tired and hungover. So.
Maybe we should at least maybe talk to another one of the parents. I mean, it was a pattern of them being awful, though. I mean, the man that we just talked to, he didn't seem awful, and his wife's made herself sick.
Do you think that they're always this way, or do you think something's made them this way recently?
No, if it's... I mean, we could always ask. I mean, I know that Matsu's the only one that we really know in town, but I mean, no, how do you put that to somebody? Hi, is everyone in town awful like this?
Yes.
Well, we could try to maybe phrase it a little differently, though. I mean, it's...
Is
She
everyone
seems-
being rotten a new thing?
And at this point, I call over, what was her name?
Matsu.
Matsu. And,
Yes.
so, is everybody in town an awful parent?
What? I'm sorry.
I'm sorry, that didn't come out right. And then she starts panicking. That wasn't the right
What
way to
sort
ask.
of question was that?
No, it didn't come out right. I'm
No,
sorry.
It's
And
okay,
then
Etsuko. We heard
that wasn't the right way.
we heard two of the parents talking to their children or talking about their parent, and they were really, really mean and angry. Has this always been this way?
Well, it's a small village, and everybody has a job to do to keep things running. So they're just stern because, the children need to learn the value of hard work. That's all. Excuse me, I should check on the pot. She bows quickly and hurries out of the room.
She hates me. I know it. I didn't mean it that way.
It's okay, Etsuko. We know you didn't mean it that way.
I totally covered for you.
Ikumi helped.
I guess so. Thank you.
She made it sound like this is not a new thing.
No.
These people really need to learn about incentive training. It's done wonders for me.
Well, or at least giving children even a small chance to be a child every now and again.
Hence why they go so willingly and don't want to tell them things.
But
How do we fix this? I'm not a parenting counselor.
well, even if we convince that little girl's mother not to be awful, it's not going to make the other children come back. We need to find where the children have gone.
That's a good idea. We go to see where the children have gone, we can assess whether their living conditions are okay, and then possibly just move on without doing anything.
That is an option, yes.
Well,
So
Excuse
you're
me.
saying we should use that little girl as bait?
yes.
Does that give you a problem, Kazumi?
She is the last child here.
I can't think of any other way to find out where they're going, though. I mean, it's a fair point.
And I mean, you do, after her coming up to talk to you, she certainly seemed excited for the prospect of being taken away. Although, given what you witnessed immediately following, you can kind of see why.
Yeah, I'd want to go too.
That's what I was thinking. I never remember my father speaking to me that way.
No, my mother was wonderful. Strict sometimes, but wonderful.
I was always training. He didn't like how little... Anyway. What do we do?
We should wait until the moon is at the exact place that she told us.
But near her house, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Is her house in front of the inn at all, or it was to the side?
It's like kind of across the street, like almost catty corner, basically.
Okay.
So diagonal across.
Maybe we can get on the roof and then go from there.
It would be a little suspicious if we were all waiting out in the street.
What's suspicious about
not-
that? Waiting in the street in the middle of
Not-
a village.
Not just for whatever's taking the kids, but you know, the adults around might think we're
taking the kids.
taking the children. New strangers in town.
Honestly, we're probably at risk of them thinking that anyway. Don't you think?
Maybe.
They don't seem to get many strangers here.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, nobody seemed particularly welcoming to you, other than Matsu, but you get the impression that's because she's basically running the only inn in town, so kind of her job. But she does seem to be genuinely a kind-hearted person and is being quite hospitable to all of you. So the rest of the day passes fairly uneventfully. You have some time to yourselves to relax or try to puzzle it out or train or do as you like. And then evening falls. Matsu has prepared another fine meal composed of rice and other things because they sure do have a lot of rice here.
It's rice with rice and more rice?
Yes, rice
Sweet.
porridge along with rice and vegetables and more rice, followed by rice ice cream.
Onigiri and
Yep. Hope you like rice. And she serves everything up for all of you. A little while later, you hear the door slide open and Ibaraki wanders in quite comfortably, like he usually seems to. It's like, oh, whatever you made tonight smells great, Matsu. And he plops down and starts eating. Barely seems to notice any of you. Oh, you're still here. Hi.
We were supposed to fight today.
Right. Sorry, something came up.
What came up?
Work outside of town. What else?
Work or work?
Look, it's not stealing if they stole it first.
What did they steal?
He digs into his sash a moment and drops down a small wooden case that he pops open, and there's just some coins rattling inside. Not much, unfortunately.
And you're going to return it to the rightful owner?
Don't know who it belongs to. Probably someone who's passed through. Finders keepers. He takes it off the table and stows it away.
We have hit 10 retweets. So it's time for a wild magic surge.
Alright, let's roll it. I think everybody's gotten one last time.
Yeah.
There we go.
That storm of wild magic we had.
Oh yeah,
I
damn.
mean, here we go. Yeah, I do still have that. Let me scooch this over here. Yeah, wow. So, oh right, Etsuko gets an exploding. Well, you found your cat. Your exploding.
Oh my god! But it didn't explode.
Not yet. Not yet. Yeah, the cat is still with you, Etsuko, and it's just curled up sleeping beside you.
Yeah, hey. Pet it.
Let's see. Yeah, okay. I think everybody's gotten at least one or two. So we can kind of start over. Ikumi, how about you?
Okie dokie. And the wild magic surge table is now at 562.
Good
Lord.
god. And if you
Roll
want
it.
to add to that wild magic surge table, you can join us in our Discord under the suggestion box tab and leave your suggestions there.
99.
Oh.
Oh no.
Oh.
Post it into chat. so
Oh.
Oh.
Oh gosh. Okay. Ooh. See, I want to save that.
Well, you're still holding on to one of mine.
I know. Yeah, we'll save that for when it's narratively appropriate. I think. 'Cause that
Oh,
could
great!
That could be real good, but not for right now.
Okay.
It's fine. Everything's fine.
Now I get to let Scrat sweat it out for like 5 more episodes.
Nani?
Nothing. Nothing at all. Okay.
Ibaraki-san.
Huh? What?
Clearly you must be skilled with the blade.
Mm-hmm.
Which means you must practice and have discipline and honor.
Kind of. Why?
How can you go around stealing from people?
Well, if nobody's gonna give you work, you take it.
You could... If you're truly as skilled as you say, and we've not fight yet, considering I've wanted
I could
to.
what? Become a samurai? No.
Anyone would hire you as a guard. Anyone.
I don't want to guard humans. He takes a long drink of tea.
Did you say I don't want to guard humans?
Mm-hmm.
What do you want to guard? Oni? Yokai?
What's it matter to you? And maybe don't say that so loud around here. They don't like creatures like that. His mood has kind of soured a little, but he's just sort of drinking his tea quietly. Although, Etsuko, you notice he seems to look toward you occasionally, like when he thinks you're not looking, so you occasionally just happen to briefly catch his gaze.
As I sip my tea, kind of like,
Anyway, did you want to fight? Or save it?
I believe you about the headbands, which would make our fighting kind of redundant. I've been living under the belief that the headbands were an honorable thing, but you seem to have little to no honor at all.
Yeah, well, that's what happens sometimes. Especially when the world's gone to shit.
What's happened in the last 900 years?
Depends on where you're talking about.
How are you around for 900 years?
He glances. Matsu is fortunately in the kitchen and is clattering around in there, so she probably can't hear you guys.
Ikumi's eyes go wide and everything. You're not human, are you?
Does that matter? To you, I mean?
I don't know yet.
Well, I should think it wouldn't, considering who you're traveling with. And he looks at you. Let's go.
What do you mean?
I'm like looking at Etsuko like, bah!
Do I still have that marker? Or sorry, do I still have that paint on my face?
Oh, no, Ikumi got it off.
Why are you looking at me weird?
Do you guys want to take a walk?
I
Yeah.
He gets up. And I apologize for all the barks.
Mine are way less.
So many wild dogs in this village.
I know.
Wild dogs, wild cats.
Just animals everywhere.
No children, but all the animals.
Yep.
Mhm.
Sounds like my kind of
All the
place.
animals.
I'm sorry. Not
Why?
really.
Why are you sorry?
I'm not actually. That was a lie. He gets up and stretches a little bit, settles his swords at his side. Hey, Matsu, we're gonna go take a little after dinner walk. We'll be back. Then she's like,
Okay, well, I'll be here. Dessert will be in a little while.
so he leads you all out and kind of walks around the other side of the inn, more toward just the outside of the village where people don't really just pass by. All right. Have you told them? He looks at you, Etsuko.
Told them what?
He looks really confused for a minute. Wait. Oh, okay. This is... Ooh, yeah. Okay. Right.
And they're all there with me,
Uh-huh.
right? Okay.
Spit it out.
Well? What do you all know or remember about Kakurimori?
Where Etsuko's from?
Yeah,
Well,
the valley forest.
I know that we made pretty awesome weapons, and I take out my axe and I'm just like,
Yep. That's one fact. Yes. Yeah, you did.
Ikumi like stamps her feet. She's like, how much have we forgotten about 900 years ago?
Sounds
Entire
like
people and
whatever magic got used on you was a hell of a spell.
magic.
on me?
No, on all of you.
Don't you remember, Kazumi? Etsuko? We couldn't even remember
Well, I thought
Ryuzaki.
that was...
For a second, I couldn't remember it again. Oh no, the magic's still working.
Miharu.
Miharu.
Miharu Ryuzaki. Ryuzaki Miharu. Yeah, Miharu.
I thought that was just because, you know, we were asleep for 900 years, and I thought...
Yeah, there was pretty cool bathhouses. A lot of warriors would come by, and you know, we repaired their weapons and made new weapons. Just relax.
Yeah, I know.
I'm questioning everything. All I remember is my dad was like a super samurai who was trying to get the #1 headband, and there was lava everywhere.
Maganuma. Huh. Yeah,
I
you
hope
look
doesn't
like
even
that.
exist anymore.
Alright. Etsuko? You might want to sit down.
I think I'll be okay.
Sure.
I'm just gonna move behind Etsuko just in case.
Hold Etsuko's hand.
He seems to consider for a moment and then reaches for one of his swords but keeps the other hand off, so to indicate clearly he is not trying to draw, and he takes the whole thing, sheath and all, out of his hand and holds out the wakizashi to you. Have a look at this.
Yeah, before I grab it, kind of stare at the sword and look at him again, and then I take my hand off of Ikumi, and I slowly grab it.
The maker's mark on it is your family's.
Huh. Then I turn it around and I balance it.
Sure feels as fine as anything you would have made.
Yeah, this is, like I said, it's a pretty good craftsmanship.
Yeah. Should be. Your old man made it for me.
$900 years ago?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So you're a fan of our weapons?
You don't remember, do you? Not at all.
Looks around confused, like, well, what else was I supposed to remember?
Wasn't just humans that lived in Kakuremori all that long ago. They're there now. And he kind of passes a hand briefly, sort of like as if to brush his hair aside, and you hear just a little and you see two oni horns protruding from amidst his hair.
Did you just grow those?
No! I was born with him, and so were you.
Etsuko?
What?
I like go like this, and I don't feel anything, and then I'm like, no, I don't feel anything. They're not there, so I think you're a liar. I don't know what you're talking about.
Ibaraki?
Yeah?
You're an Oni?
Surprise.
Uh-huh. Why do you say
And they're gone.
Etsuko is an Oni too?
Because she is.
I'm gonna try waving my hand in front of Etsuko's head, see maybe if I can make him appear.
Anything? Do you see anything? She like moves her bangs and like, do you see anything? Is there still
No.
paint on there?
No, I don't think you got under your bangs.
I was very careful.
Look, if you forgot, then I don't know how to help you, but Did you never wonder why the hell you're so damn strong?
Well, I grew up with some warriors, but mostly just making weapons, so I assumed. I mean, I know that that's why I'm strong.
Man. Okay.
What? Can't just small people like me be super strong?
Not like that.
I mean, sure I can. If you just work at something very hard, and then you just, practice and practice and practice, you could be pretty strong.
As you're talking, he ducks down. He grabs a boulder that's there by the back of the inn and wings it at you.
And then just
Catch!
practice a lot. She puts a hand up, and then just what? I don't get it. She's just holding it with one hand.
Yep.
That
Etsuko?
And then she sets it down. That's probably because I'm really strong, right?
just to test it, I'm gonna try picking up that rock. Nope.
It's not budging
Nope,
where
nope.
it landed.
Nope. Nope.
Your shoulders might budge first. They may dislocate if you try too hard.
Ikumi sits down fast.
And when you look at Etsuko again this time, you do see two very tiny little horns poking out from her bangs.
Etsuko.
What?
Etsuko. Up here.
She slowly raises her
Oh,
hands.
There you are. That did the trick.
Just the suspense. She's scared to touch her horns.
Yep, they're there.
What?
Okay, you've made your point. How does she do the thing to make them go away?
It's just an illusion. Just concentrate for a minute and think you don't have them.
I don't have. Are they still there?
Do a magic check for me. So, Inted Spirit.
Where is this? Does it have its own thing?
Yeah,
I think a sense check will also work. It uses the same stats.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you
Oh.
managed to get it. And you
Others.
pass your hand over, and you're like, oh, okay. And you seem to be back to normal. Well, your idea of normal for the moment. Oh, there you go. At least you figured that part out.
She's just so shocked. She's kind of speechless.
You told you might want to sit down.
Wait, so... Huh? She just can't process it. And she's just so confused. She's never been as confused before.
I would recommend you don't tell anyone now that you know. Especially not here. Unless you want to get run out.
Not really. Their ice cream's really good.
Yeah, it is.
What would be the point of making Etsuko forget who she is? Or, well,
Who
no.
the hell knows? Could just be a side effect of the magic. Y'all were sealed inside that cave, right?
Yeah.
Which is odd, because how would he know that? But
think at this point everyone's just kind of like so shocked. They're like, well, maybe we said something about it earlier. Who knows?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wait, so how many of us are there left?
Not a lot.
Is
50.
there a reason why there's so little?
Yeah. As time went on and after Enma wrecked everything, people went looking for wherever they could to live. Kakuremori was protected because it was in the middle of a ravine. So the humans started making their way into the forest to hide. We welcomed them at first. It was no problem. Then they started taking more of the land for themselves. Fought about it, obviously, right? And we didn't win. So what's left of us are hiding out. Have been for since then. Long time. And some of us left, go do their own thing. Just try to hide. And that's about it. See, people in this village, they occasionally, their kids will show up and seem to be a little stronger than usual. That's the Oni blood popping up.
Yeah, we
These were
kind of
folks that- Go ahead.
kind of saw something like that earlier.
Mm-hmm. They're human, mostly. But now and then, some of the ancestry will show itself, and they make use of it.
I mean, do they know?
Yeah, they know. But it only matters when it's one of the kids pops up with all that strength and everything. Then they're different.
Is that what kids have been missing?
What about it?
Well, there's hardly any children left. In fact, there's only one left.
Yeah?
So, are you behind this?
What would you do if I was?
Well, I would ask why you're taking them away from their parents. I mean, I kind of know why, but that still doesn't seem that fair in a way.
What if they got going on here?
Really good sake. But what
Sorry.
what are their living conditions like where you take them?
We have a village.
With the Oni?
Yeah.
Where?
I'm not gonna tell you where. It defeats the purpose. It's hidden.
Huh.
Well,
So
you
that
said-
nobody will friggin' bother us.
You said it only turns up sometimes, but every child in the village is gone. Are they all?
Not all of them are Oni, but some of them have yokai blood. You know, other kinds of creatures. Kitsune pass through here sometimes, I think. point
Okay.
is, if they're stronger than usual or smarter than usual or not usual, these people just end up using them. Why would I let that stand?
We did see that.
They don't deserve that.
God, won't even call their daughter a monster.
Yeah, exactly. That's what they think we are.
We're cute monsters.
Yeah, you were always a cute monster.
She like blushes at that.
Briefest moment of a scowl on Ikumi's face, then it passes. Not jealous, hashtag.
Sure.
Really, though?
Temuramaki. Anyway.
My question is jealous of which one?
Yeah.
Well,
Well, are you taking them back to my village?
We had to abandon that place a long time ago. But ones of us that survived found another place and built up again. So maybe not the same, but close.
Well, what's there now?
It's just where we live. It's not much. We have to keep it small so people don't know it's there. You know? Anyway, I'm not the one in charge, so I really shouldn't even be saying any of this, but I thought it was funny you were with them.
Well, is there any way I could go visit?
He kind of looks to the others. That's not really my call to make. Not with them, with you, no.
Well, I'm not going anywhere without them.
Kind of figured. Well, sorry to be the bearer of bad news then.
So, is anyone else having a bit of a moral dilemma? The guy who was the bad guy, like way back in Mutsuki, who was upsetting Tamuramaki, is now actually a good guy, but for the Oni, which are considered evil, but actually aren't evil and are really nice and saving children. And there's a secret village that we're not allowed to go and see, but maybe Etsuko can go and see, but maybe not. And the headbands are a lie.
Look, if you're still upset about that,
Who's upset? I'm not upset.
you're upset. Anyway, jig's up, I guess. But I've just got to get Eiko out of here. Gonna do it tonight. You planning on stopping me?
Coach shakes her head.
are they cared for there?
Of course. Raise them the right way. Let them know what they are and know that it's fine to be what they are.
I won't stop you.
I'd still like to fight you even if the headbands are a lie. But we don't have to fight to the death.
Always happy to spar. Besides, I think I owe you from that first fight.
She'll smirk at that.
Listen,
Those
I'm not asking you to get involved. Just don't go looking, you know? Once I get her, I'm done here.
Are there more places like this? Wait.
Around.
What about all the seals? We were chasing you because you were breaking all the seals that were going to free Enma. Wasn't that you?
No.
Ikame's just like head in hands, like.
So that
I mean, yeah, there was a broken seal at Santo Shrine, but
that wasn't you.
there was nothing in there. I was just stealing the shit in the shrine. Wasn't anything sacred, are you kidding? I'm not that crazy.
If
So
I
there you
wanted
go.
to visit in the future, how could I get in contact with you?
Well, this. He holds up the wakizashi again. Like I said, your old man made it. He tosses it over to you. I've got its partner.
Do I talk to it?
Give it a try.
Hi.
And you kind of hear a
Looks
little
like we got a
clatter
new
at his
friend.
waist, where the sword sort of rattles in the sheath. And he pulls it from the sheath, and you hear whisper across the blade.
So I get to keep this?
Hang on to it for now. I'm only loaning it to you. Keep it safe, alright?
I will.
Can't believe you use a wakizashi in combat too. I could have sworn you'd be one of those big sword samurai types.
What he actually had on him was a wakizashi and a regular katana, so he has a normal set of swords.
I thought the Oni strength would have been more useful on the bigger sword.
Oh, well. He pulls the katana out, and he's notably wielding this with one hand like it's no problem, which is not how you wield a katana. I like to have my other hand free. It's useful. What? We don't all just run around in tiger loincloths wielding clubs, alright? I don't know who the hell thought that up, but it's stupid.
Look, a lot of, social barriers are being broken down for us today, okay?
Man. Right. Well, I'm sure Matsu's wondering where the hell we are. So, dessert? More sake?
I'll race you. And then she takes off.
What? Hey!
I'm,
He charges
I'm
after you.
looking forward to the rice cream.
Rice cream.
God damn it.
Yes.
Listen, it's dairy free. So, very good for the lactose intolerant.
Uh-huh.
So, let's go. Go ahead and do a hard exercise check for me.
Oh, sure.
Let's see.
Okay.
Okay. Wow, you guys tie.
Mm.
So you
You
race around. Yeah, you race and you're basically in the door. He's got it on. Got his hand on one side. You have one side.
Okay.
Whatever, ladies first.
That's right. She like walks in, fixes her
He
hair.
gives like a very fancy bow. Oh, Hime-sama?
walks in.
He follows. The other two of you come around the corner a couple moments later.
Right.
And you all sit down to dessert. How is everybody handling the meal? Are you chatting or are you taking it all in silently at this point?
I think Etsuko would kind of tell him our adventures. She trusts him a lot more. And that's basically it. And there was this thing, and it was like an old man, but then it wasn't an old man, and then it became like this weird thing with like eyes, and it was really creepy.
Like with her left hand, Ikumi's eating ice cream. With the right hand, she's got she's got the pen out and everything again, and she's writing again.
Who's she writing to?
Tamaramaki. Oh, you were asking me.
The mayor? Of Mutsuki?
Mm-hmm.
What?
She does have some very impressive arms.
Sure, but she's kind of scary, right?
Depends on your idea of scary.
Plus, that's a thing for some people.
Why? Hang
Yeah,
on a
good
minute.
point.
Why would you be scared of someone? You're an Oni.
Have you seen that woman punch somebody?
Oh, no.
But you want to. Look, she's I'm pretty sure she's human, but I don't know how she got that strong. Freaks me out a little, to be honest.
Working hard.
Yeah, probably. I guess. And at some point in the evening, Adashi comes in looking pretty battered from training. And you can hear Hisame kind of ribbing him and just being like, no, we weren't finished, damn it. And he just sloughs upstairs and is like, shut up. I'm done. And like just kind of barely gives you guys a wave and makes his way upstairs to go crash.
Well, he had an eventful
Still?
day.
We can tell him in the morning.
Or you don't have to.
We could play a prank on him.
I mean, aside from the one he's still wearing on his face.
See, Etsuko, you're not allowed to be upset about that anymore because you just suggested exactly what I did to you.
This is true.
Good.
Yeah, have fun explaining that to him in the morning, I guess.
Etsuko, if you don't want to tell Arashi, I won't tell him.
We'll play it by ear.
Do you think we knew before?
I mean, when we first met?
No, I mean, do you think we knew that Etsuko was an Oni 900 years ago?
Right.
Don't know. Depends on if she was hiding it.
I don't remember.
I mean, it's not like we left the valley just showing everybody, but most people weren't immediately hostile about it. It was easier to get around, and if someone happened to find out, they happened to find out. It didn't always cause a problem. After the thing with Enma, though. Well,
That's what's causing me the most trouble. I thought that we originally were questing together, or at least I thought I was trying to get the #1 headband from Enma, and I didn't remember Miharu at all, and now I think maybe we were chasing him to avenge him, but I'm not sure if that's true either, because, like, vengeance doesn't seem... I don't know. What can you tell us about Enma?
Not a lot. I mean, he's big and bad and he wrecked a lot of shit back then.
But we used to stop him at every turn? She says in the most hopeful voice.
Well, I don't think it was a repeated fight. I think it was just one big one. He was rampaging a lot, wrecked a lot of places. Near as I ever heard, people were sent out to deal with it, and most people didn't come back. Wanted to go. My brother wouldn't let me. He reaches and takes a long drink of sake, a little bitter. Said I was just a kid, that I'd get my ass handed to me.
People used to say that to me too. Especially because I don't follow the forms.
Yep, I know that one. It's just easier if you can improvise, though, you know?
Still not sure whether she should be liking him or not. She's like...
She's like...
Yeah, she's like, yeah, right, no, wait, maybe...
So confused.
She's like, oh, no, I don't like you!
Perhaps. So, wait, since I'm an Oni, does that mean my parents are still alive?
Yeah. They got away safe.
Are they?
No way were we gonna let the best smiths in the entire damn place go down. Where would that leave us?
Weaponless.
Nah,
So
my brother made sure they got safe.
Are they in your village?
Yeah. Look, I told you. You would be fine. But the rest? Not
They
happening.
wouldn't hurt anybody.
They're humans.
But I trust them.
Doesn't matter.
Just because all Oni are seen as bad doesn't mean that you should see all humans as bad.
Mm-hmm.
Especially ones that can kick your ass.
Look, it's... Hey.
You yet to prove me wrong.
In the morning.
Take a sip of sake.
Look, it's not me. I'm not in charge.
Who's in charge?
My brother. He's the one that pulled us all together. He's the one that keeps us all together. He gives all the orders.
Can I talk to your brother?
I don't know if that's a good idea yet.
Why not? I mean, here, you accept us, or them.
Yeah, He's out working on things for the village anyway, so we don't regularly keep in contact. Anyway, don't worry about it for now. You can contact me whenever you want, so just hang on to that, and if something changes, I'll let you know.
Okay, I appreciate that.
Yep. He looks a little unsettled after that conversation and kind of is drinking the sake a bit faster than his typical relaxed pace. Anyway, stuff's good.
Should we let you get back to work?
Yeah, I'm gonna go, take a little walk. Do some training.
Yeah. Training.
Training.
Are you guys really this bad at lying?
No.
He kind of just takes a moment and face down on the table like,
I'm actually probably pretty good at lying. I know all the mechanics of it, but I usually just prefer a direct approach.
Yeah, I got that from you. Mostly. Alright, well, see you all in the morning. We fight at dawn or something, I guess. If you want to.
I think that would be nice. Kind of give me some closure.
Hey, a little sparring match never hurt.
Hi. Good night, Ibaraki-san.
Yeah, good night. He gets up and checks his sword and then heads on out quietly. And I think we will go ahead and stop a little early, since we are down one player, and there's some good shit probably gonna go down that I think he should be here for, among other things.
I agree.
But we've got some revelations.
There was some juice today.
Oh my god.
So, yeah, wow. I guess we go around and see how we all enjoyed ourselves and all the outro goodness.
Yes, indeed. I am just updating Ikami's letters to Maki, because I've been writing them all session.
Oh gosh. Yeah. So, I'm thinking when we, when you all hit the next town, whenever that may be, we will read these letters and let them arrive
Yes.
at Maki's and let her go through them so we can get a good recap of things that have been happening.
Oh boy, is there a lot to recap. We might need an episode.
Oh boy.
An episode of just recapping.
Oh boy. All right. Well, yay. I guess, do you want to take us out? Scratch?
Yeah, sure, I will. I've finished updating things now. What a session. I hated him, and then I liked him, and then I didn't want to like him, but I liked him and I didn't like him, and then the liking got kind of weird because it was like I liked him, but I didn't like him. And then when I found out he liked Etsuko, I was like, well, hang on a minute, he can't like Etsuko because I like him, and anyway. What a twisted web of feels.
4? Maki can come too.
I love Twilight's Falling as well. What the fuck is the avalanche of text you are working on, Scrap? That would be Ikami's letters to Maki.
Yeah, she's writing a lot to her pen
Actual
pal.
facts interspersed with, God, I like your arms.
Mhm.
Right.
Pretty much.
And
Your muscles are very nice.
Awesome.
Also a few lines of existential crisis, etc., etc.
Oh,
Uh,
Ikumi.
Aww.
So let's.
Poor baby girl.
She is so confused. We can go around though. We can talk about our favorite moment. Our all the wonderful things that we do online, where we can find each other, and how the episode made us feel. Let's start with Anna.
Hi. So I had a great time as always, and I'm kind of stoked about everything being revealed today. So
Yeah, I may have sent a message to Anna like a week ago being like, so how would you like to be an Oni?
yeah, I think it works perfect too, because you mentioned it because I'm so small and strong. It just works out. I suppose.
She's a small, but she's strong.
So small and strong.
Small
I
but
think my
swole.
favorite. Yeah. I think my favorite moment. Oh man, I don't know. Maybe the glaring was pretty funny. Like,
The
That
entire
Mexican standoff of just glaring.
yep. While eating ice cream and drinking sake
Yep.
at the same time.
That's just such a good anime scene as you pan around the table at all
Yep.
these
Yep.
glares.
So good. But yeah, you can find me online as Cyborg Pizza on Twitch and Annaby Photo on Instagram and Twitter. I also play Dungeons and Dragons Thursdays right before this game on WebDM. And Wanderquest D&D podcast.
Fantastic. I've also linked your Patreon there as well. You guys should head over and
Yes.
support Anna, because she clearly keeps forgetting about the Patreon, and she's really
I-
talented. You know, like
I'm the worst. I need help
Pay
too.
her the money.
yeah. Please throw money at Anna. We
Yeah,
would
the money.
appreciate it if you did. Supporting Anna supports us in one way or another.
Yes.
Next around the table, let's go to Kazumi, or Sheena likes the villain. Oh, hi. Same question.
Hi. I always love playing with you guys. This is such a great game. Probably one of my favorite moments tonight was Ikumi serving as a distraction to keep Kazumi and Etsuko from fighting a mean mom. It's probably like the first time ever that those two characters are the ones wanting to start a fight. Oh, so good.
True facts.
But yeah, you guys can catch me online on Twitter and Twitch at Likes the Villain, though my Twitch page is empty. If you want to catch me on Twitch, I'll be here in chat here. I'm
Always
here
hardest working mod, like all the time.
Yeah, I'm here every Thursday night playing, and the only other game I play right now is like every other Wednesday I stream D&D on Castle Mac channel.
Will come to me last, but I will quickly touch on Ikumi. Ikumi is like she is so confused by what she does and does not remember. Like the world is falling apart for that girl, you know? Like she was like believed in two things. They were like headbands and being the best, and she was like, I've got this. Like proper min-max character mindset. And yeah, the more things are torn away, the more she's just like, eh?
What is my life?
Pretty much.
Everything is a lie.
But
Oh.
you know, it's also cool, and we'll see that in the Tamaramaki letters. My favorite moment was probably when Anna catches the boulder. Like, huh? Honk.
Panic honk.
Yeah, that's a Madame Gandalfism right there. So yeah, that was my favorite moment. We'll get to all my stuff later. Let's go last, but most certainly not least, to the amazing GM or Ryujin. Jess, oh hi.
Hey. Yes, I am Jess. You can find me on the Twitters and the Twitches at Little Cup of Joe. And on a bunch of other RPG shows. God, there are a lot. Just follow me on Twitter and you'll figure it out. But the ones that are worth calling out. This Saturday, I will be over on Anaris's Twitch channel playing in a Ryutama campaign. as the most terrible little ice-wielding lordling, who is my favorite boy, and we had some good shipping bullshit happen the last time, so check out the culmination of that. It'll be fun. And every other Sunday on my own channel, I am now running a Ryutama campaign. Can you tell I like this game? Called The Promise Tree. The first episode is now up on my YouTube, which I don't have a URL, but look for the post on Twitter because it's there. And maybe go subscribe to my YouTube while you're at it so I can get a custom URL. Just saying. Other than that, I'm on stuff with Encounter Roleplay and here and Off the Table and basically all of those channels. I do things with everybody if I can. And yeah. And then I stream games when I'm not streaming TTRPG games. I just started Final Fantasy VI, so that's fun.
So hype.
So good.
So hype. 6 is not actually one of the ones I've played too much.
Oh man. I've never actually beaten 6. I'm hoping to change that this time around.
Now, I pretty much started at 7. I was just the right age for 7 to come out and for that to just be like amazing. Like I remember growing up with the whole like PlayStation destroying the SNESes and Mega Drives and things, and yeah, so largely part down to that game, I guess. Anyway, yeah, so that's like my game. I guess that does just leave me. Thank you for linking Jess's YouTube as well there, Sheena, hardest working mod. The
ugly URL. I'm so sorry.
That's fine.
Someday I'll have my own.
We'll get you there. In fact, hang on a minute. I don't think I subscribed to you. I'm going to do that now.
Thank you, guys.
That's how I found it. I went to subscribe.
Like, I mean, come on, guys. I think tonight we can get... Okay.
That's a little...
New stream. This is the stream now. I'm going to change the title. We'll get there. If we get Jess to have a custom thing tonight, we'll give away something. No, we won't.
Oh, my lord.
But that is a stream idea. Soon. As for me, I am Scraticus, and you can find me here, recovering from an illness. I feel like during the stream, I've gone from to and by tomorrow, I'll be like, so there we go. But you should come and follow me because in my Discord, we have an inclusive safe space where you guys can come and learn about TTRPGs and other games such as like D&D and stuff. And all sorts of other things as well. It's just a really great place with a fun community. We look out for each other. It's nice. If you want to get into a game very much like this one, send me a DM on Twitter, and I'll get you into a game. It might not be before Christmas now, but nevertheless, I will get you into a game. As soon as I've got all my time slots sorted out for next season, I'll be putting you guys in the diaries. Excuse me. And there is my YouTube. Not to brag about the custom URL or anything, but it looks really pretty. And like there's thumbnails and everything, and it's really nice.
You're officially a YouTube content creator.
I know. I got like literally today. I got someone call me a content creator in a tweet, like one of their favorite content creators, and I was just like, I'm at MCM Comic Con this weekend. Yeah, which is true. I am at MCM Comic Con this weekend, and you can see me there in my merch, which you can find at this website there. Also, we have a Patreon. The Patreon, there is some exclusive content on there and some free content on there. More free content than there is exclusive. So you can support us for as little as $1, and if you do, you'll get access to like some sound files and stuff. And if you don't support us, head over anyway, because you can check out our articles, and views equal clicks and stuff, and likes and things, and internet works this way somehow. Not really sure, but seems to come out okay. Yeah, that's a thing. Thank you so much for all of the donations today and progress towards our monthly costs goal. You guys are amazing. Like I think we're like coming up for a quarter already. We've got like 22 days to go, guys. Damn. We also have sponsors in the form of Bird and the Storm Publishing and Mage Hand Press. Bird and the Storm Publishing, I think they're 100% for charity. I checked with Bird earlier and he said yes, so I think they are 100% for charity. So if you want to go and chuck them a Teespring or something, please do that. Thank you so much for them biddies, Twilight's Falling. Yeah. And Mage Hand Press, if you checked out our 1 PM EST game today, you would have seen us playing under Alice, playing Argo 37. Sheena was there as well. Yeah, it was amazing. It's a 5e reskin set in space, which is a lot of fun.
Ooh.
It's so good, y'all. It's so good.
Yeah,
That sounds delightful.
yeah, it's a lot of fun, and obviously playing Blister as well is just an hilarious, heavily based on Lister from Red Dwarf. Yeah, enough said.
Gosh, I can't imagine why. What gave that away?
Teehee. Teehee. Yeah. That's everything from me. We don't have a competition at the moment because we just recently had a winner. I'll be putting out a new competition very soon for some more of these rainbow-coloured dice. I've put one set in the post. We've got one left to give away. There they are. That's the wrong camera. There it is. There they are. Yeah. That'll be given away soon. And Arcanus, if you're watching, or catching up on the VOD, they'll be with you in about 2 or 3 weeks, and I will send you that tracking number, which I haven't done yet because I've been pretty ill, but I'm feeling a lot perkier right now. In fact, I'm feeling quite awake. What else have we got? Nothing. That's everything. What's our raid cry for today? What are we going to shout when we invade another channel? Maybe so hard that we get banned for spamming, because that happened to me recently.
Oh no!
Yeah, we all came in with this like raid war cry, and like people were like, "We're trying to have an in-depth conversation." We were like, "Oh fuck!" Like, sorry. Like,
Jeez.
We see our raid.
detecting some hostility over here. What are we gonna cry out today? Rice cream solves all problems.
Yes. Yes. Rice cream solves all problems.
I'm done.
Yeah.
Etsuko's a fucking Oni.
That will mean nothing to anybody except everyone who was here.
Yeah, but that's half the beauty of these raid war cries, you know? You come in...
Solves all problems is good.
Yeah, it also doesn't mean anything to anyone, but yeah.
No, not really.
So there we go, there it is with and without Scrat Hype. Today, we are going to go across and raid the Forglore. Not many people live playing D right now, but over in the Forglore's channel, we can see Shalom, who's been on the channel a couple of times. Never had the Forglore over here, but maybe we will do it in the future at some point. He does a lot of prep and stuff on stream, which is, you know, cool. So that's cooling down. Guys, we stream full-time, Monday to Thursday, 1 PM, 6 PM, and 10 PM EST. On Fridays, which is tomorrow, we'll be live at 1 PM EST over on the Greyhawk channel. And every other week, we're live at 8 PM EST on Fridays. Not this week. The place to be this week is over Off the Table, where where they're pretty much acting like sister streaming this, and like Imperial's here, Outcasts over there. And so if nothing else, just come along to boo the Outcasts. Okay? Guys, thank you for coming along on this ride with us. It's been a feels journey. Keep on evoking emotions, and we'll see you next time. Bye!